In today's video, 5 questions to help you define your role as a coach from Diana Be About.
Hi, I'm Diana Be About, and I've been a teacher, coach, and mentor in the United States and internationally for over 20 years, and am a global cohort mentor for the Coach Certificate and Mentorship program at Eduro Learning. As coaches, we often talk about our roles within our school or organization. Some coaches have well-defined job descriptions, while others may not be clear on what is expected of them and find themselves trying to define and communicate their role largely on their own. In any case, however, we need to take a deeper look at the priorities of the role of the coach and where their time and energies are being focused. In today's episode, I'm going to share 5 questions you can consider in addressing the priorities of a coach at your school or organization. The role of the coach is one of the many topics we address inside the Coach Certificate and Mentorship program. This academic, year-long online certificate and mentorship program will empower you to confidently apply instructional coaching strategies in any situation, from having coaching conversations to building a coaching program to being a leader in your school community. Registration for our annual global cohort opens only once a year, and the date is coming soon. This episode will give you a peek into the kinds of conversations you can experience and if the coach is right for you. Head over to edurolearning.com/coach to find out more. Now let's take a closer look at the role of a coach. In many of my conversations with coaches through mentoring, workshops, and group discussions, we often spend a lot of time discussing the roles of the coach. I've used the work of Joellen Killian, one of the authors of Coaching Matters and a leader in instructional coaching, and her list of 10 roles and responsibilities of coaches. This list includes resource provider, data coach, curriculum specialist, learning facilitator, mentor, and school leader. In addition to these roles, many coaches will add other roles and responsibilities they have at their school, both as part of their job description and additional expectations that arise, coaching-related and other duties as assigned. In many cases, coaches share their concern with lack of clarity or focus for their role and are being overwhelmed with taking on such a wide variety of responsibilities without clear priorities. Here's an important point that is often overlooked. Just because coaches can do so many things doesn't mean that you should be doing all these things. Although Joellen Killian features 10 key roles of a coach, she's also careful to note that coaches should only be doing 2 or 3 of these roles as focused priorities. I've had this experience myself, and it's consistent with what we see with our participants inside the Coach Certificate and Mentorship program. Although there are a wide variety of coaching roles and situations, you can start with a few questions to reflect on the priorities of your role as a coach in your context. Question number 1. How does your job description of a coach align with the priorities or goals of the school or organization? Take a look at your school's mission and vision and other organizational statements. How are those reflected in your job description? How is coaching defined and communicated? Question number 2. How would you categorize all your different responsibilities and expectations as a coach? You might start with Joellen Killian's list of 10 coaching roles and responsibilities to organize all the different things you are doing. You might need to include additional categories to describe your work. Question number 3. How do teachers interact with you as a coach? Consider what access teachers have to you and their comfort level in working with a coach. If you're finding some teachers reluctant to work with you as a coach, it's likely because they don't have a clear picture of what you do, which might be because you're doing too many things or they think you're too busy. Question number 4. Where is your time and energy as a coach being focused? If you aren't already, consider tracking how your time is spent. You might use the categories of roles and responsibilities to collect data. Look at the decision-making process for how you're using your time as a coach. This will reveal the current priorities of your coaching program, intentional or not. Question number 5. How do your priorities in theory compare to the priorities in practice? Although the description and focus on coaching varies widely from schools and organizations, it's now time to take a serious look at what coaching should look like in your context and how it is actually being put into practice. As a coach, what should the priorities be for you to best serve your school community? How does that compare to what is actually happening? Once you've reflected on your coaching role and gathered some information related to how your time and energy is being utilized, it might be time to bring any issues or concerns to your administration. The key is that you and your school leadership need to be in alignment so that you, the teachers, and the school community are clear on the priorities of coaching for your school or organization. The success of a coaching program is dependent on a role that is well-defined and focused on a few priorities that align with the goals of the school or organization. Is this a challenge you're facing in your coaching practice? This is something we can work through inside the Coach Certificate and Mentorship program, customized to your unique needs. We can help you raise this issue with your school leaders so that your role is in alignment with the expectations that are set. Curious to dig deeper into the roles of a coach, different ways that coaches work with teachers and teams and leadership, and how you can make a bigger impact in your school community? Please join us for our next cohort of The Coach. Wherever you are in building a coaching culture in your school, the coach will give you the strategies, skills, and tools you need to make coaching a success and will empower you to confidently apply instructional coaching strategies in any situation. From building a coaching program, to having coaching conversations, to being a leader in your school community. We facilitate only one cohort each academic year, so we can offer individualized support for each participant. Registration for our next global cohort opens on the 21st of February and closes on the 14th of March. Find out more at eduralearning.com/coach. For more resources like this, head over to Eduro Learning, where we provide customized online professional learning for educators at the intersection of technology, coaching, and leadership. Our mission is to empower the relentless learner in you to embrace your inner leader and make a bigger impact in your school setting. Join our Coach Better Facebook group and connect with us on social media at Eduro Learning. Thank you for joining me today.